peeps, as you can tell from the background, or if you couldn't tell from the background, Mama Bear is in the hospital. Tuesday, early evening, I tried to break up a dog fight, and it landed me in the hospital. Both my hands and left arm is affected by it. This is my right hand. Things are going to be okay with my right hand. It's the left hand that is the issue. They took me to my room door is open. I wish I would have closed it. They took me to emergency surgery Tuesday night. Put an X stabilizer on it because my wrist is crushed. Bone is missing from my wrist. The orthopedic surgeon said I have shredded tendons in the back of my hand. In other words, no tendons. Extensive muscle and nerve damage. What else? They have left the wounds open to allow it to heal from the inside. He was afraid if they closed it that I would be possibility of a bad infection. I have my second surgery tomorrow, Friday. He's going to go in there and clean it out again, see if he can close the wounds up. I mean, it's bad. If he can close the wounds up, I won't know much more until after surgery tomorrow. I don't think I'll have full use of my left hand again. Occupational therapist is coming in to help me adapt to my disabilities. And the thing that really hurts me is that I've lost my emotional support dog. He was one of the dogs involved. He has to be put down. I think out of all of that, that's the thing that hurts me the worst. It's going to be a long, slow process of relearning how to do normal, everyday things. I don't know if I will ever be able to go to work at full capacity. It's all left to be seen. But it is what it is. I can't change anything that's already happened. I can just move forward, embrace the disabilities I'm gonna have for the rest of my life, and yeah, just move forward. I did go in for my second surgery yesterday. Let me see if I can fix this. It's kind of hard to do everything with one hand, but yeah, had my second surgery yesterday. They I do believe he said he was able to close all the wounds. I have 3 smaller wound vacuums. I think that's what's called, wound vacuums, instead of one big one. I had significant ligament damage, significant muscle damage, significant nerve damage, significant tissue damage. There is one, it crushed my wrist, so I still have the external stabilizer, I think is what it's called, because they had to move my wrist over and then put pins in it and then put that stabilizer bar on it to keep my wrist from moving. And but there is one area, because the wounds are so big, there's one area that he may have concerns with. I may have to have a skin graft. He said he wants to see how it heals on its own. Let me see if I can turn this around and show you this is my right hand that's bandaged. There, I still have a couple little spots around my thumb here. This one's fine. I don't have any issues with this one. It's my left one. Let me see if I can do this without shutting it off. Okay. This is my left hand. Right, there's a stabilizer bar. Let me see if I can move this tray out so you can see it better. I just got through eating lunch. This is my left hand. I have very little movement in my left hand. All the way up to my elbow. That is where you see that blood. That's the that tube there. That is one of the wound vacs. I have to go through extensive occupational therapy. I went through my first session today. Ouch. That's all I can say. Ouch. Hurt. I'm going to be in a lot of pain for a long time. But I'm going to get through this. I do have one of the best surgeons taking care of me, best surgeons in the area. He is very well known, he's renowned, let's just put it that way. He's extremely good. He does, I believe he's done everything he can to save my arm. That was a concern. There is still a slight chance that could happen, that infection could set in, but so I'm not quite clear in the clear yet, but we're getting there. Going through this would be much easier if I had my ESD, but I don't have it. So I'm going through. Not only am I going through this process physically and mentally because of the trauma I've been through, but I'm also going through mourning. Yeah, it's an emotional roller coaster. They didn't do too much on my left hand today. Doctor looked at it. Let me see if I can get you a better picture of it. Yesterday wasn't too good. Be patient with me because I have one hand, one good hand I can use, and it's bandaged up. Okay, there's my left hand. You see that bar right there? That is the external stabilizer. My left wrist was crushed. In other words, the bone was, well, just as the word says, crushed. There, it was sitting it's kind of hard to explain without actually showing you, but also bone pieces were missing, so they're stabilizing that wrist while it heals. Of course, I got all the lacerations all over my hand, all up to my arm. I have lost feeling in my left thumb. I am, let me turn this back around. Yeah, I've lost feeling in my left thumb. Surgeon told me today that I probably will not get that back. He said there's a slight chance I could. He said we're trying to focus on the other four fingers. Did my occupational therapy today. They gave me shot my IV full of pain medication, so I'm like loopy right now. I call it my margarita, because when they give it to me, it hits me and I'm like, wee, just floating around. But yeah, he said we're concentrating on getting movement in the other four fingers. Not sure if there's gonna have to be a third surgery, or he wants to wait and see how these injuries, all the lacerations and everything, how they heal. Wants to focus on that skin graft, or that skin that might need a skin graft. He's working on trying not to have the skin graft done. That's all up to my body. If my body is able to heal that part of that skin tissue. I'm probably gonna pass out the first time they take the bandages off on my left arm. Day 6. Being in the hospital. I went in last Tuesday, which was the 10th. Got in at like 7:30, 8 o'clock at night. Was in surgery. They had me in surgery before midnight, like 11, 10:30, 11, whatever. Didn't get out of surgery till 1. Was brought up here to the trauma floor. Been here ever since. Finally got a shower today. I feel better. Packing is almost done with this one, so I think tomorrow should be the last day they unpack and repack the wound in this one. They just probably not quite an hour ago. Ouch. Took the wound backs out of this one. God, it hurts. Oh, it hurts. They took the wound vacs out. They left the pins in the, not the pins, the stabilizer. I took a couple pictures while they had it off. That was just them taking the wound vacs out, unwrapping this, taking the wound vacs out, and redressing. It was just as painful as the accident itself. Oh my God. I'm disabled. I'm definitely disabled. I don't know how much function I'm going to have in that left arm anymore. But it's something. I'm just gonna take day by day. Some days it's gonna be minute by minute. But I'll come out on the other side okay. I'll come out okay. Still trying to get everything set up to get my baby boy euthanized. Y'all, I gotta go through that too. It's not just me, it's him too. I gotta, I'm going through the pain of the trauma. The emotional pain, physical pain of the trauma, but I'm going through the emotional pain of mourning because I am losing him. It's my decision. It's no one else's decision, it's mine. Such a very hard thing to do, but we're trying to get it done at home so that he can be at home laying in Mama's bed, wrapped up in Mama's house coat and getting lovins. But once the stabilizer is out, I will either go into a cast or a brace. They don't know which one yet. So, I'm out of work. I can't go back to work for at a minimum another 4 weeks. Minimum. I did go grocery shopping this morning. My home health nurse came in at 9:30. She was gone by 10. We are down to, let me show you. I gotta get up to show you. I'm gonna show you my arm piece here. Chair doesn't want to move. Chair. This is what my arm looks like. See? I got the metal rod. Got pins going down here. Pins going down here into it's setting up against my thumb joint right here. Down into what it's doing is keeping my hand from moving this way or this way because that wrist bone is crushed into many different pieces. But they have to do it this way because I have all those stitches and stuff. They took all the stitches out of this. Ouch! That hurt. Right here. I still got quite a few stitches left. But yeah, I am healing. It's getting there. Good. Yesterday was the first time that I took all this off and cleaned my arm up and made sure all the tiny little scabs that are left are all clean the posts, and redressed my arm. And I didn't have to lay down while I was doing it. Note to everybody, Mama Bear does not like blood, guts, and gore. Been working on my hand. Watch this. Let me get it fixed. All right, watch this. Now watch it not work now. Woohoo! Woo! Woohoo! As you can see, it's doing this number. I still can't bend my fingers like this, but I'm getting them moving this way. Yay! I'm actually trying to use my hand a little bit when I do things. Like I'm going to do some crocheting today and I'm going to use the hand, but I got good news. My dog is whining. She's going to the bathroom. I can move my fingers. Woo-hoo-hoo. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yay! I can straighten them out. Well, I can straighten them out with my hand and it doesn't hurt anymore. I can curl them to an extent, but I get movement back. I don't know if I'll ever be back to 100%, but I am on the road to recovery. Woohoo! The only reason why I'm still wearing this, I don't have any stitches left. I don't have any scabs or well, I got a few scabs left, but I don't have any stitches left. The only reason why I still have it wrapped is because of the Fixator. I got the 4 pins. I got 4 pins in my arm, and then that Fixator is keeping that wrist from moving. I know I've said that 100 million, quadrillion times, but you know, and I keep it covered because it's kind of gross looking, and it does kind of, it would probably freak some people out when I went out in public, so yeah, I'd keep it covered up. But 2 weeks from last Friday, 2 weeks? Or Thursday. 2 weeks from last Thursday. No, on the 21st of this month. It's 2 weeks from Tuesday coming up, I think. I'll be getting this taken out. Woo! What they're gonna do, and I almost freaking passed out when my surgeon told me. I don't know if I've already said this, but I almost passed out when my surgeon told me, because I asked on my last visit on last Thursday, I said, am I going to be, you know, under anesthesia? He says, oh no, it's going to be done in the office. I almost fainted. I'm like, you're going to take this out with me being awake? He's like, it's nothing. We're just going to take, you know, the screws out here, and we'll pull that off, and then the only thing you're gonna feel is that very first twist we do to unscrew the. And I was like, oh my God, you're gonna kill me. I do have good news. Look, hold on. It's gonna take me a few seconds to get my arm up. Voila! Look! Woo! I do not have no more external fixator. That came off yesterday. So now I'm just in a brace. My bones still aren't quite healed, but the surgeon says, let me pull this up closer. The surgeon says, you know, it's healed enough that I just need a brace now. I can I can take the brace off to take a shower, but as soon as my skin and everything's all dry and all that, then I have to put the brace back on. But I can shower like a normal, well, almost like a normal person. I don't have to wrap this thing up anymore. Oh, and you know what? It felt so good to have the water just, I didn't scrub it real hard because I still have the, oh, when they took, just the thought of it, I'm getting chicken skin. I went in yesterday at 9:30 in the morning. By 9:45, he had the actual external part off. And I said, can I please lay down, because I didn't want to pass out and then have them to deal with it. So lay down, and they said, you're gonna feel it, you know, when we first unscrew it, and then nothing else. I felt everything. I thought, and this was probably just me not understanding, how he explained it to me before, but I thought I was gonna they were just taking, how do I say this? I thought I was gonna have 4 pins left on my arm. No. He took the pins out of my arm. I was awake. He unscrewed them and pulled them out. The pain. I'm gonna tell you this straight up. I would rather go through childbirth again with no pain medication, no nothing, than to have them take pins out of my arm while I'm still awake. It probably lasted only 3 minutes tops, but I'm telling you what, that was the longest 3 minutes. I did everything I could to not scream out in pain. I was grabbing my pant leg and just gripping it and pulling my leg up, pulling my leg down, and doing Lamaze breathing. Oh my God, the pain. But it's out, and my hand is hurting, and I kind of figured it would because, I mean, he pulled the pins out of the inside of my arm, so it goes to stand that my nerves and tendons and muscles and stuff are gonna hurt, but I can still move them a little bit. They aren't swollen anymore. It's barely swollen now. I mean, I don't have a lot. The swelling's almost gone. My skin, I still have alligator skin. It is just peeling off. I do have a video I took Sunday, or did I do it Monday? I might have changed my bandages. It was either Sunday or Monday I changed my bandages myself, and I actually took a video. If I can find that video, I'll stick it in, I'll slip it into this video right now. But yeah, and I took pictures. I guess I could take another video. I took pictures. I didn't take pictures. I'll take a video. I didn't do a video after it was out, so I'll do a video. I'll take this off and do a video and drop the video with the fixator out right here. As I said in the intro in the beginning, I went to see my surgeon today. And it was news, good news, bad news. Well, I guess it depends on how you look at it, who's looking at it. But I start physical therapy this week. he said it looks really, really good, and that I'm doing really good on working my hand on my own. He said I have pretty good dexterity, I think is the word I'm looking for, with it for what I've been doing on my own. He did say that typing and gaming is a good therapy, but he wants me to start going to therapy because he wants me to get as much movement as I possibly can. I asked him, I said, what do you think my percentage is going to be to, where I was before? I said, is it going to be 95? And he looked at me, he says, we're going to get as close to 90 as we can. So I'm shooting for 95%. He is hoping for 90%. So we shall see what therapy will do. Hello, my peeps. It's Belinda from Mama Bear Living Life. If you've made it this far through the video, then I am going to tell you my present day situation, my present day, where I'm at now, as far as my injury, and maybe touch a little bit on what happened after physical therapy. I'm gonna wing this part of it. I did write some things down, but for the most part, I'm just gonna wing it. Yeah, physical therapy was hard. It was really hard. I did mention earlier in the video that the surgeon said that we would shoot for getting as close to 90% usage back in this hand as possible. When the physical therapy ended, I was at, I think, 85-6%, something like that on this hand, compared to where it was, or compared to this hand, this arm. And both my surgeon and my therapist, physical therapist, both said, physical/occupational therapist, she was both, both said I was a success story. I am the, picture child of a success story, because I went above and beyond what they thought I would go. I did get feeling back in my thumb. It's probably about 80%. Whoops, sorry, I hit my mic. It is kind of, it's a little bit numb. It's kind of numb right there. It's a little bit numb. I have feeling in it. I still can't. I can only move it back and forth this way. For a while I couldn't move it at all. It was like my therapist said that my thumb was a bodark tree. It was not moving at all. But I can move it back and forth and like this. I can move it like that. But as far as bending it, this is as far as it bends. And that's probably all I'm ever going to get out of my thumb. Which makes
some of my, which makes it difficult doing some of my fine motor skills, like picking tiny things up. I can't do it quickly like I do this one. I mean, I'm right-handed anyway, so I was never as fast, but it's harder for me to do fine motor skills on here. I can do them, it's just harder. My fingers, I think before on the video, I think I was only like bending it like my fingers like this. I can get them into a fist. It's a little, it's not painful, it's like having a tight muscle. I can do it. I can't do any kind of like punching with it like a speed bag or anything. That I'll probably never be able to do that. But I can make the fist. I can open up jars. I have a little difficulty with them, but I can open up jars. I had to relearn how to tie my shoes. That was something that I took for granted before. I had to relearn how to tie my shoes. I had to relearn how to braid my hair. I had to, oh golly, there's so many things that I used to take for granted that I didn't even think about. I just did. That I had to actually relearn how to do them because my hand wouldn't work. I didn't have to have a skin graft. It's not really, I don't know if you can really see it on here, but that's the area that he was worried about. That he was afraid I would need a skin graft for, but my body repaired itself as much as it can repair something that the injury of that severity. I do have scarring here. I got scarring here. Of course, that big scar here, 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 here. Yeah, my arm was like, it was bad. And there is a difference. It's kind of hard to tell on there, but in person, you look at my wrists, my arms, and you can see the deformity. My arm is actually deformed now. I still have to wear a brace. I don't wear it all the time. But if I'm going to be using my hand a lot, or if I am going to, like, I help my son bring in a couch in the house, if I'm going to do that kind of stuff, I wear the brace. If I'm doing any kind of projects, like climbing up ladders or anything, or swinging a hammer, or whatever, I wear the brace. Oh, let's see. I have some stuff written down. When physical therapy ended, I think it was end of August, mid-September. I don't remember, but I continued my own physical therapy. You know, the physical therapy I was doing at home on top of going to physical therapy. I continued that. I also have continued doing those physical therapy exercises that they had wanted me to do at home. You know, I devote probably 3 to 4 hours a week solely on the exercises that physical therapy had wanted me to do while I was in physical therapy. I want to continue it because I have noticed there for probably 3 weeks or so, I didn't do those exercises after the fact, you know, and my hand stiffened up on me and I couldn't use it. I could barely use it. So I have to continue physical therapy exercises probably for the rest of my life. If those 3 weeks those 3 weeks that I didn't do it are any indication for the future, then I can not do those exercises. I also do other things. You know, let's see, I crochet. That's good for the dexterity of my fingers. I crochet. I sew. Gaming. Both my surgeon and my physical therapist have told me that gaming, because I use this hand, my left hand, for the hotkeys in gaming. I do PC gaming. That is probably in the top 5, if not the top thing that keeps my fingers loose. What else? Saying all that, my hand is probably 95% now. And it wasn't because I didn't put the work in. I put the work into it. I worked hard, and I continue to work hard to keep this hand at a minimum 85% minimum. You know, and my dogs are playing. Hey, no. And it's not the 2 I thought it was. It's not even 2 of them. It's my blue heeler playing with her ball. Let's see. But yeah, and weather permitting, yes. My hand is at 95% weather permitting, and I say that because for those of you who suffer from arthritis will understand how weather plays a role in your arthritic pain. Weather plays a role with this, from my joints on my fingers to my wrist and to my elbow, not to mention my rotator cuff, and I will get to that in a little bit. It plays a role. On my good days, it's 90-95%. On my bad days, I'm lucky to get 85%. Rotator cuff. When the accident happened and I was in the hospital, the only thing that people were focused on was what they could see. I mean, my arm was shredded. My arm and hand just shredded. I don't remember what it looks like. I kind of glanced at it and knew something was bad, and I didn't look at it again. I put makeup on so I wouldn't cry, but I'm fighting crying because I don't want everything to run. My son and my brother, my sister-in-law, not to mention the surgeon and all them. They, I am sure, got a real good look at it. I don't want to go into that. I haven't asked them what it looked like. I don't want details. But anyway, they were focused on saving my arm, saving what they could on my arm. Toward the end of my visits to the, my follow-up visits to the surgeon, and probably almost mid physical therapy sessions, we found out that my rotator cuff was also injured in the accident. Did the MRI, confirmed it. Yes, I did ask my surgeon about surgery on it, and he said yes, they could do surgery on it, but it might flare up my RSD again, and I will get to RSD after this. And that would set me back, or it could set me back on my progress. So I chose, and I still choose not to have surgery done on my rotator cuff. the therapist took that information and worked with it. She had, I also did the physical therapy for my shoulder. It'll never be the same, just like my arm. My left shoulder will never be the same, but I have use of it. I am limited with what I can do because of it. You know, I had to learn how to wash my back all over again because I don't have the reach anymore on that arm. I just can't do it. I will have constant pain from here to here. I will feel the pain here. It's not, I say constant, no, it's not constant pain, but I will feel it. Because of the length I had the external fixator in my arm, my shoulder was doing this number to hold everything up, and that did not help. I still have muscles that are hopefully not permanently damaged, but see, I feel numbness right there. But I have issues with my shoulder, and I don't want to take a chance of them going in there to fix that to re-aggravate everything here. RSD. RSD is called, and I got to pull this out because I wrote it down. RSD, which is an old term, is reflex sympathetic dystrophy. The new term for it is CRPS, complex regional pain syndrome. These two words, which are interchangeable, it's a disorder that causes lasting pain in the healed injury area, but the pain is typically worse than the pain you had from the injury. Yeah, hope y'all can understand that. And I didn't know there was such a thing until after I healed, and I was getting this awful pain. It would just shoot up my arm, and it was just horrible. And there was no rhyme or reason to when it would come. It would just be like, I'm gonna do it now, and I could be out in a grocery store and it hit me, and there's nothing I could do. They put me on medication for it. It helped a lot. It helped a lot. But the long-term effects of the medication, yeah, I don't know. It's I was having side effects on the medication. They took me off of it probably a couple of weeks ago. I want to say a couple of weeks ago. But I was having some of the side effects, and they were not fun, the side effects. I don't know what was worse, the pain or the side effects. The side effects I was experiencing. I wrote these down too. I had weight gain. I was trying to lose 2023 was my year to lose 40 pounds anyway. Well, I gained another 20, so now I got like 60 pounds I have to lose. I gained weight. Diarrhea all the time. Yeah, sorry, but it is what it is. I had dizziness and unsteadiness just for no reason. I could just be sitting down, sitting stationary, not moving, and get dizzy. And I couldn't understand what it was from. Get up too quick, and I try to fall over. And the big ones for me was muscle weakness and exhaustion. I'd wake up in the morning and stretch, and you know how you kind of, when you've worked out the day before and you stretch the next morning, you're like, oh yeah, I kind of worked out a little bit. Well, my entire body felt like that every single morning. Also, my exhaustion. I work from home. I sit at a computer all day. I get off of work and I would be so exhausted that I could barely make it to my bed or the couch, and I'd have to lay there for an hour or two because I was just exhausted. So I'm off of that. The pain is back, but I'm managing it through all my physical therapy that I'm continuing. So, win-win, I guess, kind of, sort of. Finances in 2023 were not. I would have been okay in 2023 had I not had the incident and been on disability for 3.5 months. I am grateful that I have the disability because I'm continuing it, and I even paid the extra money for the extra 10% of my paycheck, you know. And believe me, that helped. It paid a big portion of my bills. Didn't pay all of them. With that said, I used my credit cards to float myself, buy my groceries, put gas in my vehicle, to, you know, pay my electric bill or my water bill, or because my disability check just didn't cover everything. So the rest of 2023 I spent trying to get caught up on bills first, and then attempting to pay off my credit cards. Credit cards aren't paid off, but I do make a little bit extra payment every month, trying to, you know, knock down that balance. HVAC system went out. Had to replace that. That was $7,500. Set me way back. Yeah. 2023 was supposed to be my year to start my preparations for retirement. I retire in 5 years. Actually, it's 4.5 years now. September will be 4 years. I have 5 years. So this 2023 was supposed to be the start of my preparation for that. It didn't start. I don't think it's gonna start this year because it's all up in the air. Right before I went on vacation, I always take a week or 2 weeks at the end of the year, beginning of the year. Every year, that's my vacation time. It has been for as long as I can remember. But right before my vacation, I got news that my employment position is on shaky ground. I'm not going to go into any details on that, but that really wasn't something I wanted to be thrown on top of everything else at the end of the year. But I've been doing a lot of thinking the past couple of weeks, and since I've been on vacation, and I have made a tentative alternative plan in case if that does happen. So yeah, 2024 might not be the start of my retirement preparation as I once saw it. It could be going a different way. But I'm looking forward to 2024. It's a new life for me. A new life. I have learned to embrace over the past year. I have 2023 has left me reprioritizing a lot of things in my life, materially, emotionally, mentally, and physically. And I am looking forward to implementing some of these solid plans I have. And I'm looking forward to see which way some of these tentative plans are going to go. I'm open for change. I plan for the worst, hope for the best. I always try to be prepared, always trying to have plan B, sometimes a plan C. You never know. But yeah, 2023 was so year. I'm looking forward to 2024. I am going to try to document as much as I can. I do have projects, tentative projects I have planned, projects I have set in stone. In fact, I got one is done. I have it recorded. I actually recorded the whole thing. Sometimes I get started on a project and halfway through it, I'm like, oh, I should be recording this. But yeah, I got one done. One is almost done. I spent the last 2 weeks finalizing those recordings and stuff for that. And my son, who passed away 7 years ago, he has a gaming channel, Death Eater 007. You can find it on my about page. I spent probably 3 to 4 days getting. I have a series of gaming videos that I got ready, scheduled to post on his channel. So I was working on that. I'm also working on that. Got some gaming video ideas for that channel. But yeah, looking forward to it. And I'm going to do my best to document as much of it as I can. And yeah, that's it. See, I told you I was winging this part of it. A lot of rambling. Anyway, I'm going to get on off of here because combined this video is probably going to be about an hour. So I hope you all have a great 2024. May your blessings be many. I was going to say dreams come true, but sometimes your dream is not what God has planned for you. So I hope you all have many blessings this year. You'll live fierce. Be happy. Stay safe. Mama Bear is out of here.